Love and relationships. A complicated yet exciting journey that seems almost inescapable to embark on, with blushing sensations, frustrations, and ultimately happiness. If we had to describe the feeling of love, we'd just say, well, it certainly is very, very extraordinary. From the unfamiliar rush and blush of our first love to the cozy and comfortable fine wine that we experience once we settle down. But does love evolve as we age? If so, what would love's roaring 20s say? Or what wisdom would love's experienced 50s grace us with? Though not an easy or black and white subject, we hope to understand the intricacies of what it means to experience love and the journey it takes us on. For most of us, our first experiences with romantic love, or a semblance of such, tend to happen during our teenage years or early adulthood. As we age and our goals and ambitions are changed or determined, what we look for in a partner might also change, along with how we communicate and experience love. It's as simple as what a teenager seeks in love will probably not be the same as someone in their 40s or even in their 20s. As far as young love goes, though usually riddled with innocence, it is associated with the first attraction and discovery of sexuality. It is the awakening of both romantic love and desire, meaning that this stage in life is particularly confusing. Considering love and the quest to find it tends to be one of the pillars of the human experience, this is no different during adolescence or adulthood. Nevertheless, there's an unspoken frustration when it comes to young love, and that is the myths that tend to be associated with that experience. Said myths are usually filled with superficial assessments and expiration dates that are not necessarily true. It's important to establish that there is no better or worse love. They're just different on the spectrum of love, still able to bite you just as hard with a betrayal or heartbreak, or take you to the peaks of happiness. During adolescence, love is an experience that comes along with self-discovery, one that marks how we want to be treated as a significant other, and what we expect from a romantic partner. As a result, young love tends to be quite emotionally charged, especially due to the unfamiliarity that comes with said experience. He hasn't texted in 3 hours. What does this mean? She replied with a smiley and a fire emoji. What does that mean? Should I be bothered by this? Our first love is adventurous and marks the beginning of our independence and individual growth. It is filled with confusion, unfamiliarity, and excitement, and whether or not it eventually comes to an end, it's a love that leaves a mark, sets a precedent, and creates a notion of what relationships should or should not be like. It's a love that comes with the excitement of firsts, the first date, the first kiss, the first I love you. And just because it's the first one doesn't mean that it is any less serious. After all, nobody forgets their first love. Taking this into consideration though, love during adolescence tends to be more strongly associated with an egocentric quality, one that tends to look for personal fulfillment through the other, one that feels the need to only get something, whether emotionally, socially, or physically. Though negative and unfiltered, this usually becomes part of the discovery process. Moreover, teens also tend to discover what it means to want and be wanted, and through this process, they unveil their own set of ideas, notions, and expectations of love, and therefore leading them to their own interpretation of loving and being loved. For instance, a study conducted in 2017 affirmed that teenagers associated their partner's jealousy as a symbol of love, a badge of honor almost. However, as time passed and they matured, they concluded it was the opposite, and more aptly signaled an insecurity from their partner and potential future problems in their relationship, making jealousy go from a desired quality to a potentially bad omen and immature, previously positive trait. Ultimately, our first interactions with love are marked by learning through mistakes, ones that are the most painful, but in the end, those end up being the most beautiful as we learn the most from them. As far as love in our 20s or 30s, the goals and expectations in the relationship begin to evolve. Do we want to get married? Do you want kids? Where should we live? Shared goals and planning a future together are one of the main things that differentiate mature love from young love. While both of them hope to remain together, there are expectations for security the older you get, and if those are not met, that love can begin to fade. With this in mind, much like young love, experiencing a more mature love comes with its own set of struggles. Many agree that mature love comes with the risk of complacency or becoming too comfortable with each other. This leads to a certain degree of routine and predictability that doesn't necessarily sit well with everyone. As a result, this can also lead to communication issues where partners assume they know each other so well to the point that they might not feel the need to express what they might need or want to their significant other. This can cause heated conversations as you have become more like siblings than the once passionate lovers. Also, there's no denying that as couples age, they may face financial and family-related challenges, which of course can lead to strains in their relationship. To those who I may have just scared off from a relationship, let me clarify. Mature and aging love does not kill passionate love, nor does it necessarily mean a lack of intimacy. Sure, it may be a love that is cozier, more comfortable, and maybe less unpredictable, but where there's a will, there's a way. And if couples want to learn how to reinvent themselves, how to make their relationship feel interesting, or how to reignite that spark, then there's no reason for the passionate side of love to diminish. Additionally, it's important to keep in mind that over time, love deepens, making the emotional intimacy between partners grow as they become each other's confidants and best friends. Plus, there's more stability and security established in their relationship, especially after having weathered life's storms together, leading to a strengthened bond and reliance on one another. The safety that tends to come in a mature relationship usually leads to both partners feeling more at ease and at home with their significant other. In the grand tapestry of human emotion, the distinctions between young love and mature love are a testament to the complex and beautiful nature of human connection and how we evolve as individuals and as couples. It's where you get to experience an exhilarating side of life, one that risks deep, deep lows of broken hearts, but also has the potential to find that forever partner to enjoy life and build a family with. Once again, it's imperative to recognize that each phase is as serious as the other, with each one having its own set of qualities, challenges, and even similarities. With this in mind, whether you're experiencing your first flame and the confusing emotions that come with it, or you're savoring the coziness and comfortability of a mature relationship, love will always be a journey of self-exploration, and I wish you the best on yours.